Yo, what's up? It's time to be back again with yet another stream, and today is going to be a little bit more of a chill stream. I'll just be playing on the Carr 3 SMP. It's not one of my normal streams, which is why I'm not playing any music. In case you guys missed my last video, in case you guys missed my last stream, I'm kind of moving away from my previous streaming schedule for the time being, taking a break from my normal streams next week. I'll be making a new schedule, and I'll let you guys know what that is by the time that week wraps up. But definitely let me know in the comments if you'd like to see me adhere to a specific schedule, which days you would like to see me stream. Let's see how this goes. Anyways, let me type this up in my Discord, and then I'll hop onto the server. Actually, hold on. I'll hop onto the voice chat right now, because I'm sure that there's some people on the realm. Let's see. Where's the realm voice chat? No one's in. I thought for sure at least one other person would be in. I guess not. Also, something is up with my my mouse and keyboard right now for some reason. Not entirely sure why. Like, it keeps disconnecting. And usually it's not like that. I mean, it has been bad before, but it hasn't been this bad in a long time. But let me type out my announcement. If you're not in the Discord, you might not catch it. Let's see. Let's see, reading. There we go. Let's see. Boom! Boom! We've got the announcement. I should actually probably pull this up over here. There we go. And I got the announcement over there. On the Twitter as well. All right. All right, let's go, boys. Let's go. Oh, we've got official Mike up here in the chat. See, nice to see you, official Mike. What's poppin', man? Sometimes Honda engines are picky. The truck we have that's numbered 805 hates me with a passion. It's so picky with the angle. Interesting. I have worked today and will work tomorrow. If it's, welcome to China. The 2 is delayed. Interesting. Why is it delayed? Oh, hold on. YT chat. I gotta fix. I think I'll actually just turn off YT chat for now. Welcome to China. The 3 has a title. It will be called Welcome to China. The 3 Judo becomes. Why are you being so crazy and extreme with your titles, man? Dude, I don't know what you're doing. What are you trying to do? What you trying to do? Yeah, but today on the Carr 3 SMP, I will be building out a compound. Basically, an expansion. To my swamp village. If you guys are familiar with that, I have a village in a swamp that's inhabited by NPCs, villagers. So I want to expand that just so that my villagers have more to do, and also the population can flourish, because right now I have about as many villagers there as there are like beds and homes. So not the best when I want the population to grow. They're going to need more beds if I want, the population to grow at all. All right. First I got to get over to the swamp village. Let's see. No, this is the way. Yee. All right. Where's the Minecraft music? Some Minecraft music would be nice to have in the background at a time like this. Yeah, where's the Minecraft music? The title for Welcome to China the 3. Hold on. You sure are sending a lot of updates for Welcome to China the. But I mean, yo, it's like the marketing, right? You gotta get word of mouth out so that people know when your new YTP is coming out. Whew, man, I wasn't sure if I'd make it through the doors or not. Oh man. I'm kind of surprised that I landed some damage there, but okay. All right, let's do this. Nice. Oh, everything's pushed back to your work. Wait a minute. You're not white. They're not YTPs? I thought for sure those are YTPs. How are they not YTPs? Don't you call them YTPs? I'm pretty sure you definitely said that they were YTPs. Pumpkin pie. I bought that during my last stream. But where's everyone on the server? Is there no one on the server right now? Yo, where did everybody go? Alright. See, I'm sure I got a boat down here somewhere. Hold up, I literally have no boats? That's funny. I can make one though, so it's not too big of a... Oh, I see, hold on. My mic said everyone on the server is out partying with friends or family. No, it's not true. You overestimate how social we are, my friend. I am by far the most social person on the server. Oh, interesting. Huh. All right. Do a bow at. Oh. I guess I need more wooden planks. All right, hold on. Let me do more wooden planks. There we go. Make another boat. Let's see. I should probably also sleep in game because when all the homies are on the server, like, there are only so many opportunities to sleep. Actually, wait, why am I not smelting that iron? I should do that. Everyone in the plus the second. Welcome to. I mean, you can bash the YTP community and still like make YTPs. Like it's definitely it's entirely possible. I can kill. Oh, you can kill horseflies. Interesting. That is a unique skill. I've actually never heard anyone say that. I've never heard anyone be like, yo, you know what I can do? Kill flies. Never heard anyone say that before. They're not making war. You call them meme edits? Yeah. I mean, you could say that too. It's all just the style, really. It doesn't really matter what it's called, although like they follow the same style of YTPs. So one could certainly make the argument for them technically being YTPs, even if you don't like YTPs. It's basically what it is. Swim, swim, swim. Alright. Oh, there we go. Okay, good. I still have a shot. Alright. Do I have an axe? Okay, good, I have an axe. Alright, so there's this area over here with a bunch of trees. I've been trying to cut the trees down so that I have space to build out the compound. I will also probably need to level out a lot of this land. And then after I level out that land, then it'll be easier for me to actually build the building. Now, actually, I wonder what you guys think I should make make them have as jobs, because you know, I don't know. I mean, farming is probably one of the best jobs you can have in this game. So maybe I should make them be farmers. Alright, let's see. Alright, so I would say... Alright, let's go like at some higher ground. And see. So we can have one building be here. Let's set the boundaries for the building first. Like the outer layer. Because that's the easiest way. What I like to do is I like to shape the building on the outside and then build the inside later. So let's do that first. We can actually just go like this. We don't need to fill everything out, and it'd probably actually cost way too much cobblestone for us if we did want to do that. Dude, are you... Dude, what are you saying in the chat, man? Hold on, actually, you know what I should do? Let me just do this, it'll be easier. I'll turn on TTS just for you. There you go. So now whenever you say things, I won't miss them in the chat. Alright, let's see. I I like this music. Okay, there we go. Finally, we get the music in. Let's see. There we go. Let's do this.
Yo.
Oh, hey, man, what's up?
Not much. Just a little Minecraft, I guess.
Yeah, were you on earlier and then you left?
No.
Oh, because I think you mentioned something about some animal being lost or... like a horse.
Apparently, Kalon said one of my horses was at the Wheatstone Ranch, and I'm trying to figure out how it got there.
Abduction? Is this conspiracy theory time?
Either that or he wandered off on his own, but I'm leaning towards kidnapping.
Ooh. Ooh, horse thieves!
Yeah. Everyone's jealous of my horses, obviously.
We've got a new arc on the Carr 3 SMP.
Yeah. The story begins.
I actually miss kind of like the drama that we used to have on the server, to be honest.
Some of the fake drama, or
Whoa!
what do you mean by drama?
Just like, well, I mean, I think most of it was fake, but it was still fun. Like,
Yeah.
fake drama is fun to partake in.
And I think part of it's just there's a lot fewer people now.
I mean, did people leave? Who left?
And it's kind of just me and Goodish, and then Noah's there sometimes. He's been on a little more recently because the Java server isn't really up anymore.
Yeah, Goodish I feel like is always on.
Yeah, he's on the most often, but he also doesn't really know hardly any of us except Noah personally. So it's like...
Yeah. I mean, he likes to mess with me. It's been on stream. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, he enjoys hanging out. It's just a little, I guess, harder. It's like he wasn't part of the original gang and doesn't really know any of us personally, so it's just kind of he enjoys Minecraft, and we're one group of people who he can play with, but unfortunately we're not nearly as consistent as he is.
Yeah. One thing is like, let's see here. I kind of wonder if like we just need a new game.
Yeah.
To rally around. I'm trying to figure out what that game should be. I would think that Halo would be a good one, but half of us can't really play it.
Oh.
I mean, I was talking to Noah, and he was saying that he couldn't play it because his laptop isn't powerful enough, and he doesn't have his Xbox anymore. I guess Aragorn
like
probably could.
Like Chappie?
Yeah.
I
guess Aragorn could probably play, but he's busy, I would assume.
Yeah, he could play. Yeah, he hasn't been really doing much of anything for a while. It's been sad. He hasn't been around, but I guess he's got things to do.
Yeah.
I guess I'm kind of making the video game thing into a career, or at least trying to, so got a bit more of an excuse. Although I guess Minecraft isn't really part of that.
That's true, that's true.
Wham and take time, man. Take time.
Oh, are you just now learning this?
Well, considering how I've never had wham.
Oh.
I've always known, though.
Oh, no, I was wondering if you were breaking news to me or something.
No. Oh, what the?
What did you do?
I don't know. It was like inside a block, and then it got pushed outside the block.
Oh.
Aha! I did it.
What are you doing? Man.
the new cobblestone house.
This is supposed to be some sort of compound, basically kind of a sequel to the villager building, like the, I guess, breeding ground, I guess you could say. It's going to be an effort to draw some of the villagers over to like the other side of the village, and then hopefully they mill about
like away from the swamp where they keep swimming out.
Yeah, like they keep wandering around and just I don't know if they're getting lost or what. But I also think a lack of beds is causing the village to not really grow much. So I'm looking to build out some affordable housing. Wait, someone in the chat said you should all play Roblox. I actually think this would be a great idea. I just think that Roblox has a certain level of stigma.
No.
That will cause people like you to say, no.
No.
But if it wasn't for the stigma, you guys would love playing Roblox. There are like some FPS
I don't even know if
shooters.
it's stigma. There's some good ones, but
Yeah, there are like some FPS shooters that like you remember Craig? Y'all who watching the chat, watching the stream, you guys remember Craig of the Craig Cam? He introduced me to what was it called? Phantom Forces.
Phantom Forces.
Which I played a little bit of, and it's pretty good.
Oh wait, have you seen the Sniffers?
Yes. Good has showed me them like 2 days ago.
Oh yeah, you were on before.
Oh, I actually got BattleBit Remastered. Do you have it?
I don't. It'd only be $15. The only thing is, I blew through my budget this month. I could go a little bit behind. It wouldn't be that big of a deal. I have some savings that are set aside for something that I'll probably never spend money on anyway. So, I mean, if we wanted, we could actually hop on over to that for a little bit.
Yeah, I do want to build out some more of this, I don't know, compound, bunker. I think one thing I want to do with this building is have a lot of it be underground.
Huh. All right.
But I feel like digging underground would also take more time, but it would also save on resources, potentially.
Hitching a ride.
So long as I don't find a cave or something. Because then it's also tricky, because you could just be mining in the cave. Are you listening to music?
Who, me?
Yes.
No, I'm in the boat with you.
Oh, because you're just nodding. So.
Oh.
Oh, one thing is I let some of the villagers out, and now they're actually like multiplying. So I'm wondering if they'll actually take over this village over here. Because I built like legitimate, like I was thinking at the time that people would want to live in these houses. So I actually built out like fully functioning houses with like beds and everything. And I've secretly been kind of hoping that people would live in these houses, but
Fully functioning houses.
yeah, they work completely. Completely fully functional.
Absolutely, totally functional.
Yes.
Yep.
You see me eating the cake?
Wait, cake?
Oh, no, why are you laughing then?
There's nothing. Nothing.
Oh, why? What? Ah, come on. I'm sure you were
I
laughing
don't
at
even
something.
remember what I was laughing about.
Oh.
Just something. Oh.
Official Mike's chats in my stream.
Ooh. Actually, the other day while I was streaming Terraria, some guy joined the stream, and like he was chatting a little bit, and one person was like, "Wait, you're here?" And I was like, "What do you mean? Is he like, what? Is he a popular person? Do people know him?" It's like, "Dude, he's got almost 1 million subscribers." And I was like, "Wait, what?"
Wait, who was this?
I think it was called Happy Sunflower. He's a Plant vs. Zombies content creator, apparently. I don't know if they do other things. I just kind of briefly looked at it. But yeah, they got like 800,000 plus subscribers. And I was like, wait, are you watching me?
That's awesome. Did he stick around for a bit?
He was there for maybe an hour.
Yo, that's really cool.
Yeah. It has nothing to do with the Terraria community, so it's not like but it's still kind of like, oh, big channel, see me doing thingies.
That's kind of cool. It'd be fire too if he became like part of your community. Like,
Interesting.
does he play Terraria?
Apparently, yeah. I was playing on modded, and he's like, I've only tried like a mod or like only like the main mod, the big mod, and He was curious because I was playing a different one. He's like, "Are you playing a mod you made?" And I was like, "No."
Have you considered making a mod?
I could never make a mod. I don't know coding.
Oh.
I don't know how to sprite. I wouldn't know. I don't know anything required. I know game theory, and that's about it.
Game theory. I wish I could build a game using pure game theory.
Right. Maybe like using ChatGPT, you could get some code going, but and also I guess some art.
Yeah.
But actually implementing the stuff, I don't know.
Because I do have like gaming ideas, but like also I'm noticing more people making like really cheap games on like Steam.
Oh.
I think I part of me feels like I should probably just find the right like cheap Steam game.
Hello.
And
Oh,
hello.
and then I'll find like the perfect game for me. Because like when I was younger, I would play like Assault Cube, which is like a free and open source game that you can play offline against bots. But it's not the best, and I kind of learned that by playing literally any other shooter game.
Look
Also-
out, newbie! Look out!
Hey! Oh! I did not see him. Well, thank you for saving my life.
You were looking the other way.
Thank you for saving my life.
You would be dead right now if it weren't for me. You'd be like banned from the server and never able to come back again because you'd be dead. That's how it works in Minecraft.
Also, Kalan, is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, hey, how's it going, man?
It's going. I just got back from Flagstaff, so
Flagstaff. That sounds like a place in Sweden.
Sounds like a weapon.
it could be a weapon, but
I wield a mighty Flagstaff.
I had to take a engineering type exam thing.
Huh. How did it
It's
go?
like engineering type exam things.
It was pretty good.
Nice. Wait, what
It's a
exam
very-
was it that you took?
Oh, hello, Bat. Yeah,
It's
dead
called
Bat.
Fundamentals of Engineering. It's basically an exam that's comprehensive of my entire engineering college education.
Hmm. Wait, and so why did you take the exam?
So I had to take it because in civil engineering, becoming licensed is
Wait, sorry, you're breaking up there. I can't really hear you that well.
You have to get licensed in the state.
Ah.
Is that
Well,
it?
well, okay. I don't have to be licensed to work. Like, I can still work. It's just that I can't sign or I can't just like design something and sign off on it on my own authority.
Cool.
Why not? Resist the system.
Yeah, that's what we want our
there's
engineers to do.
I want you to try that sometime and see what happens.
See that bridge over there? Yeah, you don't because I built it.
That would be me building bridges out of glass. Reinforced glass.
You mean cobblestone?
No. I know. Actually, I
Oh.
would build bridges out of reinforced glass.
Mm-hmm.
There would be a
Cedar Lake Bridge.
pedestrian. I mean, you can build a pedestrian bridge using glass. Like, there's certain malls. I've seen cities have glass bridges between buildings. It's possible.
Is it feasible to build bridges for cars out of glass?
No.
It is now.
Wait, why
No.
not?
Well,
Why?
even like you can make all the. Well, let's think about how much it would cost to build a bridge with semi-glass. Not to mention, it would have to support the weight of semis.
Yes. But you would have to just get reinforced glass.
What are you reinforcing the glass with? More glass?
Yes. What
That's how
else would you
glass-
reinforce it with?
That's how glass works, obviously.
Yes, literally, yes. So a glass reinforced glass bridge would never work.
It would never work because, well, there's also the fact that glass melts at very high temperatures.
Newbie
So
here,
if it gets hot enough, your road will just start melting, and that's even asphalt melts in 100 degrees weather. So
Oh. Yeah, I'm starting to think you have a point here.
look, I'm an engineer. I know about this thing.
Yeah, and
I'm not
that's
an
why I'm
expert.
asking you before I go ahead and build the glass bridge. You know, just
Yeah,
wanted to
yeah.
get your advice.
clearly.
Yes.
I know enough about, like, I'm not a bridge design expert. Like, I've never actually designed a bridge, but what was I doing? Oh, that's right. I just come back from the nether or something, and was putting stuff away?
Huh?
Huh. Ended up with a bunch of netherrack somehow.
Why is there so much coal here? Huh. That's kind of weird. Did you kill a horse, Thorben?
It was unworthy.
You're doing more eugenics, bro.
Are you taming horses again?
They're just kind of hanging around peacefully, so I decided, hey, I'm going to stick my nose in that business and decide if they deserve to live.
Oh, official Mike has an interesting point in the chat. He says we should force people to go the speed limit at minimum on the highway. If I can zip past you while I'm going the speed limit, then I have the right. The right to blast. Move. Move. B word by Ludacris to the slowpokes.
See, in Pennsylvania, I am almost tempted to try and run for office just so I can change the speed limits for every road in this stupid state.
You should do that
Maybe it's
then.
just the city. Because it's like, you go onto the highway and it says 55 miles per hour. If you're going 55 miles per hour, you're the one that everyone's honking at because nobody's going that fast. Not one person. Everybody's going 70, 80, because that's the actual speed limit, or what
Speed
it
of
should
traffic.
be. Not
Right.
55 miles per hour.
Well,
In a
I
traffic
won't tell
jam.
you. I guess I won't tell you about the roads here in Arizona then, because you'll be jealous.
Is it?
Oh, yeah,
Does
like,
that have
you
like the
guys have-
autobahns of America, basically?
Much higher.
Well, the speed limits here are still reasonable. On the Autobahn, you can go up however fast you want,
Yeah.
and I did find out through a Facebook video thing that it's illegal to run out of gas on the Autobahn in Germany.
Illegal. Wait. So what?
Yes,
so what
because
happens after they find the body? What do they do?
Runs out of gas, throws in jail.
Wait. So when they find the body, what do they do?
I don't know. Well, if they're dead, I guess they'll just bury them. But
Only
I
after
see
you
what-
served your minimum sentence.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
The
no,
thing is,
I'm
though,
just
with
messing
the
around
auto-
because
Like-
if you're in the Autobahn and you run out of gas, you're probably gonna die.
oh, well, yeah, people are. German drivers are crazy people. There's probably not many Americans that can compare to them at all.
Am I the only one who's having trouble on the server right now?
Like lag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had some of it.
Yeah, it's been freezing for me sometime.
I have not had lag yet. though I
Maybe
just got
Minecraft
it.
does not endorse eugenics.
That happened after the lag. Okay, this one's all right. You can live. You can chill here. I don't think I'll take you home, but it's fine.
All right, let's see. Oh, what's this shulker?
Oh dang! Oh,
Oh, yeah, that's a good shulker box.
is this
And,
perfect horse? Are you about to start a Dynasty.
Okay, hold on. It says, oh, the official like Mike said, correction, not all parts of the Autobahn are no speed limit, but most parts have limits of 110 miles per hour. Oh, good. So they do have a speed limit. It's 110 miles per hour.
Inner NASCAR driver.
Wait, is that 110 miles per hour?
Yeah.
Or 110 kilometers per hour? Because that.
Yeah, it is Germany.
I think he converted it from kilometers to a miles per hour equivalent.
The superior system.
Yes, miles per hour.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm assuming because it's Pittsburgh, you're going 55 on the interstate, or that's the speed limit.
Technically.
That's the technical speed limit.
Nobody drives it. Grandma.
I was just driving from Flagstaff to Holbrook, which is the portion of interstate I was on, and that's a 75 the whole way. So I'm clocking pretty much 80, low 80s probably most of the drive along the interstate.
Nice.
Wait, so Flagstaff is in America?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, you go out, if you go out west to Mexico, Arizona, you're in the middle of nowhere. No one cares how fast you're going. Well, there will still be highway patrol out there making sure you're not going 110, but...
Yeah, if you're going 110 miles per hour, you're on speed.
No, you are speed. I'm faster than fast. I'm quicker than quick. I am lightning.
It's funny you bring up cars because the town of Holbrook, the cozy cones from that movie, it's actually based on a wigwam. There's like a cone-shaped motel thing in Holbrook that's inspiration for the movie.
Oh.
Like Route 66 runs through that town a little bit, and you can tell.
That's kind of cool.
You can see the historic stuff. Like a lot of the stuff is closed now because, they went out of business. But
Route 66 sucks.
The building's still there.
I mean, maybe technically it's all run down. It is, as Carr advertises as destitute, nothing. It's very lame. There's nothing there. And you would think, oh, wait, you had a super popular movie make something about you, and you still suck? Dang.
It really is your fault.
Cars isn't just Holbrook. That's a combination of different Route 66 things. I'm pretty sure the nice mountain cliff areas.
Yeah, it's not all from... It's not all technically Route 66. It's just the name.
Yeah, it's...
But the name's all you need for America! All you need to know is the name. It's well, I guess it's true. Why did I make the walls of my kingdom impossible for any horse to jump over, at least in most places?
That sounds like a feature. Did you not do that on purpose?
I'm the horse guy.
I mean, as someone who is a famous proponent of horse eugenics, I would assume that you did that for the sake of stemming immigration.
No. See, we welcome all immigrants. It's just some of them last longer than others. We even have an entire house that's dedicated towards accepting those who have lost their way. There's even a mule in there who we despise. He is segregated against, but he lives.
You're not making yourself sound any better.
Okay, my question is, how did the mule get in there in the first place?
Oh, he's a mule from ye olden times.
Okay, no, hold on. First of all, it all starts with the demand for illicit drugs.
He was grandfathered in. What?
You've never heard of a drug mule before?
Welcome to the drug cartel arc of the Carr 3 server.
You've never heard of a drug mule before?
That's vaguely familiar. I should watch Breaking Bad or something. Maybe then I'll know what it is. I've been attacked.
I feel like for that show, Keith would be a great person to talk to, but
Who?
Keith.
Keith?
Josh.
Oh, Urban? Oh.
Breaking Bad. Never seen it.
Yeah, me either.
Me either.
Yeah, I probably
So,
will.
none of us. I'm thinking I probably will at some point just because it was so popular. So I'm like, oh, sure, I'll give it a shot. Maybe it's a good show.
Yeah, it's popular, and I've heard that, like, some people say it's good, like Keith or...
I think almost everybody thinks it's good. I haven't heard too many people say it's not.
Yeah. My only thing is, like, the protagonist, like... He's like a drug
guy.
dealer in the show.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know if I want to root for a drug dealer.
I mean...
So you don't like it when movies, like, the protagonist is a bad guy?
Right. I mean, unless...
I guess you can't watch the bad guys then, because you're rooting for...
Yeah, no, I'm not seeing that movie either.
Wait, the animated bad
No,
guys
I'm
movie?
joking.
Yeah.
Not for the same
okay,
grounds.
I guess that's different.
I like
is
that
different.
movie.
The one movie I've seen
think it's
about
true.
a bad
There's a
guy
reason why-
is the Joker.
I understand that. I can understand the Joker a little bit.
Yeah, the Joker doesn't rationalize his decisions, though.
Which Joker are you talking about, though, dude? Because we're...
The Joker, the movie, the
Yeah,
Joker.
Joaquin Phoenix version.
Oh, that one. Okay.
What do you mean he doesn't rationalize them? Like he doesn't think about them? Or
No,
you
the
mean, like,
movie
doesn't make
doesn't
him look
rationalize
good?
him. Like,
Well, in that...
Like
in
it
that
doesn't give him an
movie-
excuse?
I mean, it basically insinuates that while he is doing things that are in response to like a bad situation, he should not have, gone the way that he did. He's causing harm to other people.
Okay.
It's not like a nihilistic film in any way, where it's like,
I've seen
this
it.
villain can just do whatever he wants.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Breaking Bad's not that way there. It deals heavily with, from what I can tell, it deals heavily with this guy just wants to support his family, but he's dying and he doesn't have any money and he's trying to support them, and then he ends up going down a very dark path.
Yeah, I don't know.
Was he actually dying? I thought he was just mentally ill.
No, from my understanding, he actually had cancer or something. He was going to die.
See, look, Joe Biden should have just cured cancer, and then none of this would have happened.
He has America's depression.
I mean, Joe Biden is, to be fair, depriving us of the right of curing the cyber depression.
I think how it should have ended for that movie made the best point that...
Wait, what movie?
What should have... The Joker.
Oh.
There was a how it should have ended for it. And what the last thing is when Thomas Wayne, Batman's father, finds out that the Joker was his son from an affair.
What?
Huh?
Did you miss out on that part?
I mean, I watched the whole movie.
I thought they portrayed that as something that wasn't entirely true, or may have been just in his head.
Like, looking at it, I was thinking they left it in, like, ambiguous. Like, it could be true. It might not be true.
I could be wrong,
but it's probably not.
The how it should have ended version of the ending goes to where instead of shunning him like he does in the movie, he actually adopts him as his own. And then it gets really interesting because then Joker, like Batman's parents, still get shot for whatever reason in that alternate timeline. And then Joker and the Batman both become hero vigilantes together. I believe that Batman, he's not called Batman, he's called Batboy or something.
That's awesome.
It's a funny little. It's a little funny.
Batboy and Joker.
Yep.
I would watch that.
It should have ended.
That is actually how it should have ended.
Eh.
Like, now that I think about it, that's like a pretty good ending.
Eh.
It's a good ending, but we're talking about the Joker, one of the most
little
iconic
kid.
villains
Still
in.
good shot.
Yeah.
Okay, look, that's like Spider-Man's Uncle Ben dying. It always happens in one way or another. I suspect that's what happens in Across the Spider-Verse. I'm not claiming anything as truth because I haven't seen either movies, but
Oh, you've got to see them both. You've got to see them both.
I haven't seen the second one yet.
The second one is really, really good. I need to pre-order the disc for that, by the way. I'm sure Best Buy will have an exclusive steelbook. I've been trying to collect steelbooks as of late.
Steelbook.
Steelbooks. They are, they're just
A
like,
steelbook.
yeah, so they're what they are is like steel casing, and they usually come with 4K copies of the movie on disc. And like the art is cooler. It's like magnetic, and since it's steel, like it doesn't,
And it's bootleg.
it's not bootleg, no. I think you can actually get steelbook cases if you want, but never like actual bootleg steelbook releases, just because that'd be too expensive to make. But yeah, steelbooks are fire. One nice thing about them too is that they're hard, so like they don't like fray and tear apart like
Yeah.
I forget what they're called.
Regular DVD cases.
Yeah, what are they called? What are they called? Like not like covers,
DVD cases.
I guess.
Oh, hello, random villager whose head has been separated by door. Hello, other villager whose legs have been separated by door.
What? Are these mine? Are they okay? Do they need a doctor?
Oh no, well they probably need a doctor, but they're they're in the oh, another one whose head has been separated by.
Oh my. Oh, while you
there's
guys are all
two
here,
of them here.
while you guys are all here, would you be interested in doing Secret Invasions slash Star Wars watch parties on Friday nights?
What's Star Wars?
Just picking up with Rebels where me and Andrew left off.
Oh, ooh,
I mean, I might
would
be interested in that. What time though?
I would like to do Rebels again.
Probably like 9 or so, I think.
I almost feel like it's been long enough. Like, I almost feel like if we were to do that, I don't think we got far enough into it that starting over would be a disaster.
Yeah, I thought we were like 8 or 10 episodes in.
I don't know.
I need to check.
I'd be up to the Rebels, though. Secret Invasion. Whew, I don't know. I don't know if I could power through that. That would hurt my brain. My brain cells would actively leave my mind. Marvel's already burned so many of my brain cells. I need to maintain the ones that I have.
It's not that bad.
Oh, it's Marvel. Of course, it's that bad.
No, it's not.
Oh, that's not true. Marvel can still make entertaining stuff.
Yeah, it's
They
like Falcon and the Winter
no.
Soldier. Like that was.
Falcon the Winter Soldier.
Wow. Okay.
You
I
gotta
wouldn't
do
call
better,
that,
Senator.
Like, okay, I'll call that entertaining because it was mediocre content, not because it was entertaining. Because
You gotta do better, Senator.
Oh,
Yes,
that
I think
ending.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
that was awful.
Well, I thought most of it wasn't good. I think it was still when it released when I was still thinking, okay, Marvel, maybe you can do something all right here. And WandaVision was like, okay, you showed some promise. You didn't really stick the landing, and you could have improved many areas very, very easily.
Yeah.
But okay, whatever. You at least there's at least something to work with here. Okay, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Okay, we'll give you a chance. And each week it's like, okay, I can see some promise here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why is terrorist being shown sympathetically? Okay.
She was being shown sympathetically?
Pretty much.
I don't know about that.
well, I can understand.
Either way, I didn't think it was a very good show.
It was,
It wasn't like crazy bad, but it was just like whatever.
Yeah, the worst part was trying to redeem John Walker at the end, which I don't think was a good creative choice.
John Walker, like for me, that part wasn't as bad. Honestly, I didn't think John Walker was even as bad as they tried to make him out to be. He was bad in the in how he looked as opposed to how he acted.
So you're saying like he didn't how he like dressed and presented himself didn't match his behavior?
I would say, blue flowers.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that was the point, though.
He still did bad things, but overall, it's just basically he didn't carry himself well, and it just looked bad, or at least it looked worse than it really was. Now, it's been a while since I've seen this.
Dude killed somebody in the street. What do you mean?
Oh yeah, sure. He was the person he killed was a terrible dude, but
you don't just kill him without any due process, and you certainly don't do it in public.
To die.
But you don't do that in public without due process either. Like, we have laws for a reason, and especially if you're just gonna
we have laws, but the thing was they just got out of a situation where it was a life and death situation. So it's like, I think it's very justified to then kill the guy who was trying to kill you.
No,
though
not
clearly went overboard. It very clearly went because he had him subdued. He didn't need to kill the guy anymore. So yes, it went overboard.
Oh well, yes. I mean, there's a whole difference between killing someone out of self-defense and then just killing them punitively, which is what John Walker did.
Like it is wrong, and the optics of it looked horrible. But it wasn't like the worst thing you could ever have done. It wasn't killing some random innocent person. It was still a very bad guy, but yeah.
I mean, was it not basically murder?
I mean,
Well, I don't know if we could call it.
Come on, if you kill someone and it's not like self-defense, is that not murder?
Let's put it this way: if somebody comes into your house and shoots your friend, and they're dead, you go chasing after the guy because I don't know, he ran out of bullets and he was scared of you because you're just that cool. So he starts running. You run after them. They trip and fall, and then you got them dead to rights.
Mm-hmm.
Is it still murder if you were to say suddenly a gun appears in your hand and you were to pull the trigger?
Yeah.
See, I'm not so convinced. Like, is that murder or is it not? It's not great.
I mean, look,
it's not. I don't think that's as black and white as I would normally think it is, but
I'm thinking in legal terms. You would not get away with that without a murder rap.
Like, I don't care about the law. The law is not morality. I'm talking the morals.
Well, we're also talking about Captain America, who's a public representative of the United States, so he is somewhat bound to abide by American laws as much as feasibly possible, right?
I mean, that's true. Like, I haven't really thought of, he's kind of meant to be Captain America and a symbol and all that, which does come with its own responsibilities.
Well, that was also like one of the big things because everyone was all like in universe, everyone was like, oh, this makes America look bad because look at us, we're just going into like foreigners' countries and just like killing people in the streets.
Imperialism, let's go!
Like, we're like in like an Avengers movie, if like, I don't know, Iron Man killed someone who had been doing something bad, I don't think they would have made such a big fuss in universe, although of course Tony Stark would have felt bad about it later.
I don't know.
I mean, the Avengers felt very bad after destroying.
Marvel sucks. That's all I gotta say about it.
In Age of Ultron, the Avengers retreated out of the spotlight after they tore down a construction site and.
Gay Volcon.
Yeah. That is true.
And then Civil War is entirely a war of philosophy on whether or not the Avengers should be more responsible for...
Well, not so much responsible as it had a lot more to do with governmental control.
Yeah. I mean, as a fan of politics, that was a great movie.
Oh, yeah. Civil War was by far their most interesting movie.
I think it's technically where Marvel peaked, even though there was some really good stuff in Infinity War.
There's some good things, sure.
Infinity War was good. I would say that Like, there's been some of the newer. I've seen a good number of the newer movies, except for the only movie I haven't seen recently is Wakanda Forever. But
Wakanda or never.
Wakanda Forever's good. If you haven't seen it,
watched it.
the only thing I don't like is that they shoehorn. See, one character in the MCU I've been interested to see, and maybe this is me being naive because I haven't read any of her comics or anything, is Ironheart, who is supposed to be like the replacement for Tony Stark. I think it would be interesting to see her, but the problem is they sort of show her while she's basically 3/4 like in that movie. She's in Wakanda Forever, but the problem is they show her when she's like 3/4 of the way through her character arc. Like, it's basically like how
it's because she is
Spider-Man?
strong female woman.
Well, no, that's not the problem. The problem is, how in
they brought her in that way because whatever.
Oh, I mean, yes, as a replacement. But you know how in Captain America: Civil War, they brought in Spider-Man, and they already know that he's Spider-Man, so they don't need to do an origin story.
Yeah,
that's a problem, in my opinion, because part of if you're gonna bring in a new character that we don't know, the appeal of doing that is so that we can get to know that person. But if you've already done the origin story, then there's not really much more to see except some fight scenes. So I don't feel like a solo Ironheart movie is going to be very interesting because we don't know much about the character and they've left a lot.
I don't think Ironheart is getting a solo movie. I've heard it's going to be. They're making a show. They're making 2 shows based on the Iron Man.
That's right.
Thing. Armor Wars and Ironheart. Ironheart will probably be her origin. I'm hoping. Will probably be the origin story. I'm assuming. Which will make.
I hope Marvel goes out of business.
Okay, Marvel's not going to go out of business.
I'll put it this way. I hope the movies and shows stop.
They won't.
Unfortunately, they won't, because Marvel is like one of the... even though Marvel's been failing at the box office mostly, as of late, it's still one of Disney's biggest cash cows. And that's saying when Disney itself has been having a lot of trouble making good movies.
Exactly. Hopefully, Disney fails. Disney fails. Somebody else can buy Marvel.
No, I think what we need to root for is for Marvel to make good movies.
Oh, I would love to root for Marvel to make good movies, but the thing is, they are no longer capable. So I will root for their failures. Actually, somebody else can take over.
Actually, I would rather see Sony make good Marvel movies because they always put a different twist and tone on their Marvel films. But from what I've seen, people don't like them. I do plan on collecting all of the Sony movies and seeing them though. So
what twist do they put? They put in the Morb. They put in. Turds in the Wind.
What? What's that?
Venom. They got the Morb. They got the Turds in the Wind. The Spider-Man movies are kind of a mixture of them and Marvel. So I don't know.
Look. They have Kraven the Hunter coming up. I'm kind of hyped about that.
Oh, Kraven the Hunter.
Have you seen the trailer? Did you see the trailer for that? That actually looks crazy.
I watched the trailer and I was like, wait, you're allowed to put this in a trailer?
Yeah,
that seems a bit. Excessive.
It's red. It's a red band trailer.
Like a bit much.
Wait, did you miss the part that it's the red band trailer? There is no green band trailer.
What the heck is green band, red band?
Red band means R-rated, basically. Although it's technically just TV-14 because you can't really do R-rated stuff on YouTube.
You're able to just show that. Why are there R-rated trailers? Why is that allowed? That should not be allowed.
Why not?
You know anybody's going to see that. You know that's literally just. That's not going to stop anybody. No. No. Little children are going to see the R-rated trailers. Nope. I do not like this.
I will say I am upset slightly that there was no green band trailer because for the vast majority of films that have red band trailers, they also have green band trailers that accompany it.
I do not like this. All I know is I saw it and it's just like, oh look, they're trying to be edgy again. Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I
It
saw.
didn't really interest me. It looked like, okay, so what you guys are going to try to do is just be ultra violent, and it's like, wow, look, ultra violent
He is.
superhero movie. Wow.
But he is ultra violent. So
Well, yeah, he is. It's just, I don't know. It has no shock value to me. It's just like, it feels like they're just trying to shock and say, oh, wow, we shocked you. Watch. And I don't see any other substance to it other than that.
I mean, Kraven the Hunter, I've watched, I don't know if you guys have seen the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon.
Oh, yeah. That's my only real exposure to him, too.
Yeah, like, and from that story, I was literally, I was watching the trailer and I was like, oh, that's so cool. I remember Kraven the Hunter from the Ultimate Spider-Man comics. Like, I'm excited to, like, see, like, what they do with this. And he is, from what I remember, very, very good at hand-to-hand combat, too. Which, like, I think Marvel movies would benefit from having more of that because hand-to-hand combat is much more brutal than just like pew pew shooty guns like what we see today.
Shang-Chi, anybody?
I mean, that was a great movie. I liked that movie.
I liked it too.
Hey,
Although, the best, like the bus fight scene was one of the best.
I think that nobody knows how to make a good fight scene anymore.
There was just some random YouTube guy on the bus recording the whole thing too and reacting live.
Yeah.
Lol,
Like,
people do YouTube streams.
That's exactly what would happen if you're in the middle of a superhero fight.
Yeah, but he'd probably be in the corner. He wouldn't be cheering, but yeah. I mean, okay, here's one thing I realized.
I think that I have not seen a good live-action fight scene in modern cinema in a long time.
Wait, a good Marvel fight scene?
No, a good fight scene, period.
Well, that's because you haven't seen the
Marvel.
Mission Impossible movies.
I mean, Mission Impossible. No, I haven't seen those. I know John Wick. They know how to do combat. They're good. They get the green stamp of approval for cinema combat. Anything from Disney. Disney apparently does not know how to hire combat coordinators or whatever they would be called.
I did think that some of the hand-to-hand combat in Infinity War was pretty good. I can't remember Endgame's hand-to-hand combat. But Infinity Wars was pretty good.
I don't know. They have some good combat in it. I don't know how much of it I would call hand-to-hand combat. I guess like what I'm thinking are ones where it's two people, just their hands, and there isn't a bunch of CGI and effects going on. It's just two people, either who are actually skilled or are shot in a way to make them look skilled. I'm not interested in watching a bunch of CGI Muppets fighting each other. I'm not interested in CGI augmented fight. No, those can be great.
Yeah.
But they don't have the same impact as two people who actually know what they're doing fighting each other.
I'm starting to think you just want to see the Creed movies.
I have not seen the Creed movies. Also, that's just like boxing, isn't it?
I mean, I would assume they would have good hand-to-hand combat in those movies.
I don't care about boxing. Boxing is boxing. I want kung fu, baby. I thought Shang-Chi had meh combat.
Huh.
Also, I didn't like Shang-Chi. But I don't
really?
like No.
See, here's the thing.
Very bleh.
Shang-Chi was a pretty good movie.
This is like a solid 6 out of 10.
No, it's better than. But there's one thing I realized of all of like the MCU origin story things that I thought were good. They all had a common theme, and the common theme runs counter to the ones I thought were bad. And that is, you had a character who starts from the bottom. Now they're here. Basically, they start from the bottom, and they get a new power, or they already had a power but they didn't understand it. They understand that power. As they understand that power, they understand more about themselves. And then both with the understanding of who they are, as well as the understanding of how to use their power properly, they're then able to like take down the bad guy. And then they do so while having proper respect for like the prowess and appreciation of the prowess that they've earned through like their hard work and dedication. And those would be like...
That's like every origin story.
No, but the problem is, it should be every origin story, but it's not in the MCU because half of these stories don't have that. Like, the characters start off OP. Like, I think Eternals is a great example of this, and Captain Marvel is a great example of this as well. Where the characters kind of start off OP. I will give Captain Marvel some
power.
I will give Captain Marvel some props though, because at least they show
like, she was being restrained by those in power above her, so she actually could have
Captain Marvel.
like, yeah, like in the case of Captain Marvel, she didn't actually fully understand her power because the people she was working for were restraining her.
Because she is just so powerful, and people are just holding her back. She needs to just realize how great she is.
And
wow.
And
yeah, guys.
I will say that, like, at least in Captain Marvel, they did show her do like some of the training, like in the end, and also it's very clear that like in the beginning she wasn't as powerful as she was in the end. But the problem is, she was so entitled that she did not really learn much from like gaining in her skill, and she also didn't properly appreciate the power that she had. She just felt like entitled to whatever because she was like powerful or owed something or whatever. Like
women.
No, but like seriously though, like it would have been better if she kind of like started off as being like entitled, always wanting her to get her own way. Then she learns like how to use her power properly. And then as she like gains in strength, she gains in like intelligence and wisdom, and it's like, oh, I should like put other people ahead of myself and have them be a priority. I should consider what other people want ahead of like my own wants and things. Like that would have been a better origin story, but it didn't work like that.
Oh, newbie, you poor naive soul.
Like Moon Knight also, like at least like also in Moon Knight, the main character, he kind of like stumbles upon this power. And then he like kind of learns how to coexist with like the crazy supernatural things that are going on. And then in the end, he does like beat the bad guy. Although I really have problems with how they portrayed that lack of a fight scene. Dude!
What are you yelling, dude, at me?
What did you do?
You hit me with the sword.
You flew into the line of fire. Hey, Mr. Pizza, what's up?
That sounds like I walked into your fist. That's what that sounds like to me.
Why did you walk into my fist?
Yeah, exactly. See?
Oh, man.
Look, like some heroes have cool origin story. Like Iron Man has a good origin story.
Well, that's because they knew how to write a story back then.
Yeah, Spider-Man's always had a cool story. His is as old as time itself. Everyone, like, that's why Tom Holland's Spider-Man didn't have an origin story, is because everyone already knows the origin of Spider-Man.
Like, that doesn't mean you can't do a Spider-Man origin story, though.
It's like
I thought they just cheated, to be honest. Like, look, I've seen so many Superman incarnations, and they all have the origin story. I'm watching the Superman Shonen anime on Adult Swim, which is really good. Just watch it. And they do an origin story, and it works
for like 5 seconds.
Oh no, it's for longer than 5 seconds.
How many episodes are out?
There are 2 episodes out. I don't know how long the season's gonna be, but it's pretty good. And it's not like anything like crazy edgy or anything. It's TV PG.
Well, no, I saw the first episode.
Oh.
It was just on YouTube, and I was like, oh, sure, I'll watch it. And
if you thought it was boring, you have to watch the second one, because the second one they added some more interesting.
Like, boring wasn't how I would describe it. It was more just like, I don't know. I could definitely, the sound design was meh. Maybe that's just me because I can point out and notice those things. The characterization was basically the only thing I really thought was all right. I thought they were kind of fun to watch go at it. Mm-hmm. It was kind of interesting, but my goodness, that first episode moved at a breakneck speed. Like, this thing's happening, this thing's happening, this thing's happening, this thing's happening, this thing, then this, it just kept on going.
I'm pretty sure it's like part of the anime style, though.
See, anime doesn't do that.
It doesn't?
Anime doesn't. Well, I guess some anime. There's so many different animes, so some definitely do. But good anime doesn't just say this and then this and then this and then this and then this.
I'm thinking of Naruto, where you have 3 episodes of the guy just talking in his head at a standstill.
Yeah, like Naruto has actually a problem. Sometimes going way too slow. So yeah, like anime does know how to pull back its punches per se, while this one was just rapid fire nonstop. Also, one of the first things I noticed, the guy with the camera, the buddy, the black guy, I guess.
Jimmy Olsen, yeah.
Yeah. The original character is a ginger.
Yeah, it's part of. Okay, here's
The
a creepy thing.
ginger side
Okay, you want to hear a conspiracy
continues.
theory? You want to hear a conspiracy theory? You want to hear a conspiracy theory that may or may not be entirely true? Hollywood.
Hates gingers.
No, it's not hates gingers. It's that they don't believe that black people have souls. It's, okay, so here it is. Okay, there
because
is
they're
an
replacing
ancient.
the orange.
No, there is an ancient conspiracy. There, it's like a like a myth or whatever. There's a myth that says that gingers don't have souls.
Yes,
that they're souls.
That's what I was just saying.
And so I find it rather interesting that whenever you see a race swapped character where you put in a black person, it's usually replacing a ginger. I wonder what this might mean.
Yeah, that was just like a small thing where it's like, oh my goodness, the ginger side continues.
Dude, wait, actually, go online and look up like.
I'm not. Well, you mean like a list of all the ones that have been replaced?
Go to like Google Images and search like redhead erasure, and you will see how many, like not white people, specifically redheads, have been replaced by black people. It's kind of weird.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a massive. You can't stop it. If they did another Harry Potter, Ron Weasley would be black.
Also, I will say I do have issues with Jimmy Olsen's characterization because, and
who's Jimmy Olsen?
I promise him that the character has been race swapped in there, and also. I'm literally not being woke. This is a genuine problem in story writing of black characters in modern entertainment.
Okay.
There's a very specific black person archetype that a lot of shows have of side characters where the black dude is just the person who says wacky silly things and you never take him seriously, and he just is the goofball who helps the other people, and his wants or whatever, like his motivations don't really matter, or he doesn't even have his own motivations for doing anything except for just like serving the white people who are around him, which is a modernized take on the old mammy stereotype in like very, very classic Hollywood, where every white main character or whatever would, or not every white main character, but like whenever you would have like a white character who's like well off. Yeah, well, not black sidekick, but there would be like a woman who would be like, depending on like the time period of the movie or show, she would or wouldn't be a slave, but she would like take care of the kids at home and say crazy things and be like, oh chow, and like saying all this stuff, like in what is very clearly like a caricature of black people, and that has since turned into usually that character is like a dude, but maybe not always, because if you ever seen like what's it called, Young and Hungry, they have a character like that who's like still female. But I was a little bit disappointed that they included that. Now that doesn't mean that the thing can't be good. I just don't necessarily like that they had that characterization in there.
Okay. Yeah. Overall, I just thought it was like, this just it wasn't very. I felt like everything was happening at a million miles per hour. Superman was a little odd in how he was very clumsy. Now I thought it was kind of fun, the idea of a clumsy Superman who keeps breaking things, but it's also like you seriously can't control yourself. Oh, okay. After so long. Oh, okay. I also found kind of the blue lightning thing. First of all, it's a My Hero Academia ripoff. Second of all, the kind of the bluish glow lightning thing, that's very My Hero Academia.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's very similar. Also, regenerative.
Regenerative.
apparently it heals him, which was weird. Also, his power scaling was very inconsistent. Like he's very powerful, took on a robot, and then he just kind of got shot a couple times, and now he was bruised and battered, and I was like,
wait, he was bruised?
Yeah, he had like a black eye kind of going. It was like, okay.
Oh yeah.
How strong is this guy? I don't know. So I don't know. It was mostly small things that kind of added up. It was kind of interesting. I'd be willing to give it another shot, like to watch another episode.
Yeah, the second episode. I would say the second episode is a lot better. And if you don't like that episode, then just give up.
Yeah.
Because the second episode adds more things because it shows that we actually haven't gotten his origin story yet. It's just sort of out of order with the normal Spider-Man mythos of how his story origin is introduced / portrayed. So
what? Normal Spider-Man mythos.
No, Superman mythos. Did I not say Superman?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Oh.
But they finally gave Tom Holland his Uncle Ben moment.
Yes.
Except with
Yeah. Aunt May.
Yeah.
Aunt May.
That was good.
Which that was like, No Way Home was actually a movie. It's one of the few Marvel movies recently that's been pretty good.
And Sony helped with it, which I think is a large reason why.
But that confuses me because then why did so many people hate the Venom movies?
Because they weren't as good. Sony in itself is not necessarily what made it good. I think them, along with Marvel, worked out. It wasn't a perfect movie by any means, but it was good. I also thought like the Aunt May thing was like, okay, great. Consequences, your Tom Holland has some depth now that he never had before. Great, wonderful. Also, wait, if you're the one who told him that, then what did Uncle Ben... It confuses me about... Wait, so have we erased Uncle Ben as the motivating character? Our character really did anything for him? Or did he tell him nothing? Did he ever run into Uncle Ben? Was Uncle... Like, I don't know.
I don't think that was the point.
Maybe not. Maybe it was just her reiterating what Uncle Ben
well,
told him.
I think she's the replacement for Uncle Ben, though. So,
well, yes. In which case, what happened to Uncle Ben? Like, that was what my point was.
I don't know. He died.
What happened with Uncle Ben? Did he just kind of casually die one day, and there is no dramatic a thing? It's just
probably. I think that's probably it.
He's just casually gone, and
yeah.
Oh, okay. Like
the related person of interest doesn't have to be Uncle Ben. Like
yes, it does. It's Uncle Ben. It's always Uncle Ben.
Oh man.
Old white man erasure.
Speaking of which, the guy who runs the Daily Planet in
oh yeah,
is also black, but I'm pretty sure that is in large part because in the DCEU / the Snyderverse, he's black. So
he is.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, now it's going to be the Gunverse.
James Jonah Jameson. Oh.
James Jonah Jameson. No, that's Spider-Man.
No.
What?
JJJ is.
Oh, duh. Yeah.
Bugle.
Right. What?
Is a different guy.
Yeah.
Which they brought
the face of the Daily Planet guy.
Yeah, I don't remember him well. I haven't seen much Superman stuff, so
I didn't know he was even really a character.
You didn't?
I just don't remember anything with him.
Oh.
I don't think he plays such a big role. I don't think he's as big of a role in the Superman franchise. Like JJJ in Spider-Man plays a big role.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this guy doesn't. Because who's going to badmouth Superman?
Well, yeah. Oh, JJJ is such a cool character. Like the old Tobey Maguire Spider-Man is done so well. He has some fun, memorable quotes from the movies. And then they brought the actor back to Tom Holland. Hey. Oh, okay.
Also, rumor has it that in Kraven the Hunter, there will be a scene of a Spider-Man that Sony controls. It has not been 100% confirmed that it is Tom Holland.
A Spider-Man?
Yes.
So they control a different Spider-Man?
Potentially. So it's supposed to be a Sony-controlled Spider-Man.
There's a... Huh? How is there a Sony-controlled Spider-Man? Stupid multiverse.
So basically, Sony would be in charge of making the Spider-Man content and not Marvel.
Right.
I know.
Now, some people think...
I'm saying, like, how do they control a Spider-Man when Marvel owns Spider-Man?
I'm pretty sure that they still own some rights over... I'm pretty sure they still own some rights over...
the Spider-Man franchise.
Yeah.
The only reason Marvel was able to make Tom Holland movies was because they made a deal with Sony.
Yes.
Okay, so they never did reach that deal about selling Spider-Man.
No.
Also, if Disney had accomplished that, there might be an outcry for monopolism.
Well, also the movie just would be worse.
That's true.
That too. So he admits Marvel sucks.
No. I'm just saying modern Marvel just makes things bad usually.
So yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Modern Marvel is like eating a pizza. Is like eating pizza that didn't age well, but
like everything.
It's rotten pizza.
Everything up to Phase 3 was fine. Like they had duds, but it was fine. And then Phase 4 came along. It said, "Hold my beer."
There's a few gems from there. Moon Knight was good.
Yes.
That was fine. It gave us every day I wake up and when I start to break up, lonely as a man without love. For that reason alone, 10 out of 10. Great TV show.
Well, yeah, there's that. There's also, let's see. Yeah, I would also say that I actually liked Loki, even though
it's garbage.
No, it's pretty good.
Oh, I actually mean it when I say hot garbage.
Okay. Let me guess. Is it because of a woman?
No. Well, yes,
so
because that's what Marvel does.
Are you actually saying that Sylvie is not the reason that the show sucked?
No, that is not the core reason.
Okay.
She is one of the reasons. She does suck. And it's very much the, hey, what if we just did female version of the male version character and told you to love her instead of the guy?
But they also did, hey, what if we did the alligator version of Loki? Like...
that was also dumb. But that was just played off as a joke, as opposed to, you better love this character because they are better in every way. Like Loki legitimately says, "You're amazing." That's the quote. That's the quote. Yes. Now I have... they'll never know what you sacrificed for them. You gotta do better, Senator, and you're amazing.
Is it sad that you could actually make a compilation of worst Marvel quotes from MCU shows?
You're gonna have to do better with Loki.
Like, honestly, the whole
that's
problem...
not good enough quote for the mockery of the show.
See, I don't think it is. Like, because it exemplifies the main problem. They ruined Loki. They made Loki a weakling, a guy who doesn't plan, a guy who doesn't scheme, a guy who doesn't care, who isn't strong. Loki is supposed to be the grand schemer who always has a plan, but then they turned him into just some guy going along for the ride who doesn't really know what he wants or what he's doing. And it's like, I don't care what backstory you give. Loki is the big schemer, the big plotter. That's his thing. You remove that, then he's not Loki anymore.
I sort of agree. I think that what they did was, first of all, they deconstructed the character.
Oh yeah, that was a big problem.
That doesn't necessarily make it bad, but it makes it different.
Oh, it does.
It's not the Loki that you necessarily came for sure. I think one thing that they did too was they said, hey, like Loki's a schemer. I think that he was scheming. I think his schemes just failed. I thought his whole point was he was trying to...
There was legitimately like a time in the show or something where he said, yeah, I have no plan.
Yeah,
And maybe
to
I'm
who?
wrong about that.
I mean, I think he might have been bluffing. I think that his
He
whole
wasn't.
goal.
He clearly had no plan.
No, I thought his whole goal was that at first he was trying to take down the TVA, but then Sylvie came in and kind of ruined everything, and so he was trying to play her, but it didn't really work, and he kind of just ended up being played himself.
See,
And
that's
so it's like
that's not how it would work. And even if it was, it still ruins it. Because Sylvie didn't hardly have any plan. She didn't know what she was hardly doing. Like at first, Loki had some idea. Like he was like, okay, I want to take down the TVA. Yeah, I'm going to outsmart them. and kind of do that kind of thing. It's like, okay, fine. He tries to take down the TVA. But he never comes up with a plan. He never backstabs. He never does anything. He kind of comes up with a theory here in like the first episode or two. But other than that, he just kind of takes a back seat, and it's best exemplified in when they were in the train and like going in that one apocalyptic planet, and he just gets drunk and fails at everything. And it's like I was expecting him to say, "Oh yes, I'm trying to lower their guard," or "I'm trying to do this or that." No, he legit just gets drunk and then gets thrown out the window for his trouble. And it's like, but this is sloppy. This is pathetic. This is a rookie mistake. You're Loki. You're supposed to have a reason for what you do. You're supposed to have a grand scheme, but instead he's just like, yeah, I guess I'm here now, and I guess I'm doing.
Or I mean, the grand scheme would be his glorious purpose, or whatever.
Well, the thing is,
I hated the glorious purpose nonsense.
The thing is, and I think this is one issue too with the show, and it's just a problem with like Loki, is that by the end of Ragnarok, he sort of came to an end of his like general story arc, because for the majority of of his screen time in the MCU, what he's really been trying to do is get the approval of his father. In Ragnarok, I don't know if you've seen the movie, but in Ragnarok, he dies, and so I think like a lot of Loki's schemes were sort of to like
more Endgame, but
yeah, but a lot of Loki's schemes were sort of like to impress his father, and because his father dies, then after that it was kind of, well, I'll just like help out my brother here. It seems like he's about to die, and then you have Endgame, you have Infinity War Endgame, but then after that it's like, well, the brother's gone off and doing his own thing. Loki's by himself, so like, what does he do? And it's like the
problem, though. That's not the Loki that we got in the Loki show. That's not the Loki who we had. We had the Loki of Avengers, of the first Avengers. That's
True.
the Loki that they pulled.
Well,
meaning,
he has the same motivations though, right?
No, he
the
doesn't.
Same person.
He is the guy trying to take over the world. He's the guy who came over
to impress his
trying
father.
to conquer everything. I honestly don't buy the whole impress his father thing.
You
I
don't
think
think
that's I think that's a stupid angle, and it's just something they try to do to soft pedal him. No, he is just a villain, and he's just goes about it in almost a goofy way with his plotting and schemes. He is just a bad person. I think the whole daddy thing is just like, oh yeah, another one of those daddy issues shows. No, I don't care about that. I honestly don't buy it. And even so, that like I don't care. So even if that were the case, so we still got the Loki that's trying to scheme, and even if you want to say he's impressing his father isn't around anymore. He's captured by the TVA. That has nothing to do with anything anymore. And he's still, even if he's trying to impress him, should be scheming to conquer, to take over. If he could take over the TVA, great, he could do that and impress his father, quote unquote. But he doesn't.
He couldn't impress his father if his father is dead. I think they show him that on the screen, right?
Maybe, but I don't care.
The very first episode.
He was trying to kill his father. He was trying to take over the throne of Asgard.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point.
This was his grand opportunity. Showing the movie was such a weak way of saying, oh, he's now character growth. Like, oh, shut up. This is just him saying, oh, okay, so that was the future. I can avoid that. I can do different things. I can That's supposed to be scheming. I could have written better Loki show in my sleep.
I mean, the Loki show wasn't that bad.
It was that bad. Cloud is bad guy. Oh, great. I wonder how we win. Maybe go in Cloud? Wow.
Cloud? Wait, what do you mean Cloud?
It was the, I don't know, Leviathan? I don't know. And
Leviathan?
Where all the other Lokis were, there was that cloud thing.
Oh, yeah.
I hate stupid evil clouds. But then also, like, the ending was really weak. So that was mostly with the Kang thing in particular, where it's like, wow, this is supposed to be the new big bad? Who, the theater kid? I can't take this guy seriously.
Why not? Did you not realize how powerful he is in universe? Like, he seems like a bad
universe,
dude.
he's supposed to be powerful, but they don't portray that. They don't show that. He's the theater kid.
What do you mean?
Ant-Man Quantumania, I believe, completely fixes the Kang being.
Oh, they don't. That's the problem.
Wait, you guys have seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I know how it ends.
I haven't seen it yet, so I don't want spoilers. I'll probably watch it before I get rid of Disney Plus.
Okay, we'll stop talking about that. Because it is a good... I actually liked the movie, even though it had its flaws.
Interesting.
Let's be honest. All Marvel movies these days are going to have flaws. They're like...
Well, it's not just a flaw that makes it a bad movie.
Yeah.
Like, every movie has flaws. Marvels are just, massive.
The Train Your Dragon had flaws. Come on. Are you going to say that?
Yes.
Every movie has its flaws.
Name a flaw with a movie.
Every movie has flaws. How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, I haven't seen that long enough. But even my favorite Marvel movie, which is Captain America Civil War, has, like, flaws where I think the editing was way too of film that it was. So, like, yeah, every Marvel film has its own flaws, but I think the question is whether or not those
are
flaws
just so aggressively bad and numerous that it's impossible to ignore.
I think it doesn't affect the film as a whole so much that it makes it bad.
Wait, why are sheep inside my horse pen?
That's weird. Awesome. You can tell me. I'm curious to hear from you what Train Your Dragon's flaws are. Like, I'm not doubting you that there's flaws. Like, I know there's issues in every movie, but...
See, How to Train Your Dragon is one of my favorite movies of all time, so trying to think of a flaw is really difficult. I'm going to take some actual brain power here.
I can point out the flaws in the show.
Oh, the show?
Even though it's been a while.
I can point out many flaws in the show.
I mean, I stopped watching it halfway through.
Movie.
I stopped watching it halfway through the show.
We don't care about the show because the show isn't good. It's not very good.
Is it not good as a whole? I thought it started out good, but it had issues with cyclical stories that just made it boring after a while.
It started off fine, and then it just got progressively worse.
The problem is you introduce like a million villains who all have the same goal. It's like, okay, you're just basically being the same person in a new skin.
It started fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, the movie. Flaws with the movie. Flaws with the movie.
Like, we know
Let's see. The second one had some weaknesses with the bad guy being kind of...
Also, I've not seen the third one yet, so I don't want any spoilers.
The third one had romance, and that's just way too fantastical. Very unrealistic. Can't believe it.
Okay, that's not a legitimate flaw. Come on.
See.
That's just a bias.
He can make jokes, man. He can make jokes.
Well, the main problem with the third one is the villain wasn't very good either. So the second one, it had kind of a strong villain but I guess it kind of turned into two big beasts fighting each other, which was kind of meh. And then Toothless was kind of suddenly became OP out of nowhere. The third one, the villain was had a lot of promise, but didn't really deliver on any of it. It felt like they couldn't decide whether they wanted to make him terrifying or a little bit of a jokester. First movie, though.
Did they keep in T.J. Miller in...
I have no idea who T.J. Miller is.
He voices those two knucklehead dudes.
The guy and the girl?
Yeah.
One of them's a girl. I
Oh,
don't-
sorry. Well, he voices one of them. Sorry.
Yeah, probably tough.
Rough Nut or Tough Nut.
Yeah.
Whichever one. I can't.
The guy. It's
Because he was involved in some sort of like basically Me Too scandal, which is why he got kicked out of like I think he got kicked out of a Deadpool thing because he was also in Deadpool.
I don't know. He has nothing. He has nothing to do with this conversation. Whatever it is, old movie.
None?
None. I don't care. How to Train Your Dragon. Flaws. Maybe it is one of those rare flawless movies, like The Incredibles.
Or Bad Education by HBO.
Never heard of it.
It's a great movie. It's the first movie that I ever saw that I was like, there is literally no way they could have improved this movie. And so I gave it a 10 out of 10.
And haven't seen bewilder me. There's so many. It's like, hey guys, have you seen this movie? I'm like, what the heck are you talking about? What movie? And then it's like, hey, have you seen like this pop culture movie that like every single person and their dog has seen? No. Like, no, but what? How? Like, you confuse me, good sir. I am lost for words.
The pop culture movies that like are super popular I would have seen when I was a kid, but I was never allowed to. Now that I'm older, I'm not particularly interested in a lot of them. So like that's why I haven't seen many of them still. But the movies that I watch now are the types of movies that I'm interested in now. So
I mean, I haven't seen The Dirt How to Train Your Dragon. Like,
Oh, you haven't?
no, my brothers watched it, but
As romance, unrealistic. Can't believe it. 0 out of 10.
That's not the reason I haven't seen it. Like, I know all about it. I saw the trailers for it, and I know there's like the whole light theory thing going on, which I think is cute for Toothless. I don't know, but
The third movie was the first movie I've ever pre-ordered before like a trailer came out.
you pre-ordered the movie before the trailer came out?
Something like that. I pre-ordered it way early. That's all I know.
That's cool. I didn't know you could do that.
I don't remember actually. It was probably not before the trailer came out. There's almost no way. I don't know. Said that as hyperbole, but I pre-ordered it really early.
That's cool.
I don't think I've ever pre-ordered a movie. Like, the movies I have are all mostly old. Like, there's a few on the shelf that are new. Like, The Bad Guys I bought when it came out on DVD because I enjoyed that movie a lot.
Yeah.
I have pre-ordered what did I pre-order? I pre-ordered the Steelbook for Rick and Morty season 6. And
yeah, like I think
that's it.
What do you think's happening to that show? I don't watch it for obvious reasons, but
they are recasting Rick and Morty.
Oh.
Now.
Wow.
Yeah, now, which I think is a bad move.
Guys, got in big trouble, and now they're recasting.
And he wasn't even found guilty. Like they threw the case out because there wasn't enough evidence against him.
They still got recast, which
yeah.
Do you think that's gonna kill the show eventually?
Not like this.
If they pick bad voice actors, but the problem is well, it's not even a problem really. There are tons of people who can
find a good voice actor for Morty. Like,
yeah,
I think Morty sounds awful, but
there are plenty of people who can imitate their voices.
All you have to do is find a whining liberal, and he can be Morty. That's what Morty sounds like, a whining liberal.
What?
Who doesn't get their
Oh
way.
my goodness. And what is like? Is Rick like the absolute Chad?
Rick is.
It doesn't have to be the polar opposite.
Rick would be like. I would compare Rick to like a redneck, some guy who just comes in, says a lot of stupid stuff.
I think he sounds exactly as he is, a nihilist.
That's actually not a bad
he's a
assessment
nihilist.
there, Noah. That's actually not a bad assessment. But yes, so they're gonna recast him. Now, one thing that's interesting is there was another show where Justin Roiland was also doing the voices for, which is Solar Opposites. He also got kicked out of that show, and for that show, they actually replaced him, or at least one of his voices, with someone who has like a British accent. But it's like it's gonna work in universe because they're playing it as like a complete joke, where it's like somebody, one of the aliens, because the main characters are aliens, got their hands on like a voice changing machine and then fired it accidentally on the other on the other cast member, and so now he just has a British accent, and he's just like very annoyed that he has a British accent now.
Oh, well, okay, at least for that. Now, that's like the good way to handle a recasting, is to just play it off.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like there's movies where one of the main characters gets like thrown to the side for whatever reason. I'm thinking of Transformers, guys. Like, first two movies, Megan Fox was the girlfriend of the main character. But then she got cocky and got kicked out of the movie for being a narcissist about it.
Huh.
And so in Dark of the Moon, the way they handle her disappearance is like she dumped him. Which is what they did in Ragnarok when Jane Foster was in the movie.
Oh yeah.
And then in Love and Thunder, they actually went back and explained the dumping, which was a good way of bringing us back to the present on why she hasn't been around.
Yeah. But yeah, I think for Rick and Morty, they're gonna have to find someone who can impersonate his voice, because his character is just too iconic to just like make Rick and Morty be British forever. Plus, there's multiverse stuff where the multiverse versions should still sound like Justin Roiland. So.
Oh, that's true.
I'm going to head out, guys. I gotta get some sleep for work tomorrow. I gotta wake up so early.
Working on a Sunday?
Well,
I work at a church.
I know.
Oh dear. See you guys.
See ya.
I've done nothing but running around the whole time I've been on the round. It's like,
oh really?
Normally I've been building the capital stuff. I do that with sort of goodish, so it's not like. Plus, my kingdom's a little too depressing to continue working on.
Why is it depressing?
I'm kidding. It's just overwhelming. There's like so much I could do, but I can't decide on it.
Oh.
Just plowing through one thing at a time.
Yeah.
There's still so much left to do that it just overwhelms me to not do anything about it.
Man. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, like, now as far as Marvel goes, Corbin part has been sealed with black ice for a long time. Ever since Thor changed his character arc.
Really? Ever since Thor changed his character arc, that was the turning point for him?
So for Corbin, he doesn't like Thor in Endgame. He doesn't like the Infinity War Thor because he thinks that that's when Thor got weak and became more of a joke than a hero. And he definitely would not like. I think Love and Thunder. I don't know if he watched the movie good.
Yeah, I need to rewatch it because I enjoyed it when I saw it, but like in hindsight, there were a lot of things that there were problems with it, and I could see what they were trying to do, but they didn't portray them well. So I think a lot of people missed it.
So I'll say that, like, Love and Thunder has its problems, and it definitely went heavy on the leftist gay agenda talk stuff with the like Korg, making Korg's species gay for whatever reason is a weird idea.
Yeah, it's not unheard of in sci-fi though.
it's not unheard of, and like that doesn't bother me too much because like different also like for example, there's different ways like different characters in different universes have different ways of reproducing. Like,
Right.
not everybody produces between man and woman necessarily.
Yeah.
Like in Zelda, for instance, the Gorons. There's a species called the Gorons that are like rock people.
Okay.
They're not like they have rock shells on their back. They're kind of like Korg a little bit. They're not gay though. They just produce asexually or something. Like the rock they grow up out of ends up being the shell on their back the rest of their lives. So
Interesting.
like there's nothing wrong with them.
Right.
And then there's the Gerudo. Now the Gerudo are another weird species. I don't know how they reproduce because as far as I know they're all female.
Oh.
Although I think they marry the actual men to reproduce because they talk like the Gerudo are all about fashion, jewelry, and love. Like that's their culture in the Zelda franchise. So interesting. Then the other races in Zelda are all produced normally. Like the Hylians are the humans and or elves. I don't know Link. I think Link is elvish in some way because of his pointy ears, but
yeah, I don't think that the MCU is as bad as Thorben says. Like it is 100% in a bad place right now, but like it's almost like he's at a point where he will never see another Marvel thing again. And I think that
might be his point.
Yeah, and I think that like Marvel does have a future, especially since I think it was the Cosmic Wonder who did a really good video about this, breaking down why the shows have been so bad and what Marvel is trying to do to change that. Where basically Kevin Feige had stopped basically doing his job of overseeing all of the Marvel properties because they were just making too many and he didn't have the time. So his role would usually be to like watch the movies, like tell the writers if like what they were doing was good or bad, if it would work, ask them to add continuity things to the stories, basically check.
If Kevin, like the only reason the MCU works the way the only way the MCU even exists is because one guy, Kevin Feige, is overseeing it all. Like
yes.
He needs a like it's just like I think that's what Warner Brothers is trying to have James Gunn do for the DCU. Although their universe is such a mess because they've already botched so much.
But they reset everything.
That they're trying to reset. Like the only thing they can do is burn it all to the ground and reset from the ashes again.
I'm pretty sure they did that with The Flash. I haven't seen The Flash movie yet.
I've heard The Flash is terrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it because I assume it's gonna explain certain things from the Snyderverse and tie up loose ends. Also, Zack Snyder insinuated that it's the end of the Snyderverse, so I want to see the Snyderverse end.
Yeah, I think I was saying it's gonna be the Gunverse now.
Yeah.
Like I think James Gunn made the Guardians movies, which are some of the best movies in the MCU. In my opinion. Like Guardians 3 was actually really good. I absolutely loved Guardians 3. Even with its additional violence and touchy, like it actually touched emotionally on a difficult subject, and with Rocket Raccoon's arc in that movie. I don't know if you've seen it. So
yeah, I have. Yeah.
Like they did Rocket Raccoon's arc really nicely in that story. With his origin, they finally gave him the origin story, which is so touching and sad to see his cybernetic friends get murdered.
Yeah.
And High Evolutionary was actually a decently good villain.
I think one of the best villains ever in.
He's probably one of the best Phase 4 villains we've gotten.
Yeah. I think probably one of the best MCU villains. I would say that, actually.
Yeah, I put him. He's a really good villain. Now the other guy, I don't know what the Adam guy was. I thought he was going to be a good villain too.
Adam Warlock,
and then he turned out to be just be a weakling who really didn't understand what he was getting himself into.
Yeah. Not a physical weakling, but an intellectual one.
Yeah, they actually made him intellectually dumb, which is very comedic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he has the power. And if they make another, like, I don't think they're gonna make another Guardians movie.
I'm pretty sure they will.
Oh, they might although it won't be James Gunn directing, probably.
Right.
Because
and fittingly, also, it'll be a different team.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you saw the after credits scene for Guardians 3, but there is a different Guardians scene.
Yes, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, there's Rocket Raccoon, the Atom guy's in it, which Rocket will probably steer him at least in the. I think the Atom guy's gonna be like the Drax in that team. Just with a lot more power play.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know why I'm getting text messages. Okay. Okay, it's a legit text. It's my grandma asking if I'm home yet.
Oh, are you home?
Yes.
You know the thing I want most. You know what the thing I want most from the MCU is?
What?
A reboot of the Eternals.
Oh, Internals is a mess.
I'm salty.
I haven't seen Wakanda Forever. I've seen every other MCU movie, I think, unless they've come out with others I don't know of, which is unlikely because all the movies keep getting pushed back in their deadlines anyway. So,
which is also part of Kevin Feige's plan.
Yeah. Also, like, spacing it out is critical. Also, because Disney's been having a little more trouble. Disney's been having some trouble getting in the box numbers it used to get.
Mm-hmm.
And part of that's because they decided to go on this rampage of wokeness.
Yeah.
That's hurt their sales a bit. Like, Disney actually dropped below HBO Max in market share.
Really?
Recently. Yeah, so Disney's the fourth largest market share of streaming now instead of number 3.
Huh.
And Amazon Prime is number 1.
Amazon Prime's number 1. That's a little surprising for me.
I think, and Netflix is probably number 2. Like, let's be honest. Netflix was the first big streaming company.
Yeah.
I don't watch, I haven't looked at Netflix's catalog. I don't know if there's anything that actually really piques my interest, other than the fact that, the only reason I would have Netflix is to watch stuff like Avatar: Last Airbender, which is on Netflix, and Dragon's Race to the Edge is on there, and I would watch that again to see just how it compares.
Yeah.
There's some, I think the newer Lego Ninjago stuff's on there, though. That show I've lost interest in it. I stopped following it after, season 9.
Why'd you stop following it?
Let's see. The original reason was I didn't want to have to pay to watch it. Because everything was up to season 9 was on Netflix at that point. And then when I got to season 10, it was 4 episodes, and you had to buy them. And it was like, I'm not paying money for this. So I didn't. And then eventually just never got around to it. Also, I think the show lost a little bit of its, the earlier, if you ever watch the show, like the first 7 seasons are actually good.
The first 7? Is this like an anime?
No, it's a it's a children's show.
I'm making
It's
fun of its length. I'm
Lego Ninjago's been a show. It's a TV show that's been around since like the early 2010s.
yeah, true.
The first 2 seasons are good. They're pretty good. They set up they do a good job, and that was originally all they were gonna make. But the fans wanted more, so they haven't stopped making them sense. So seasons 3 through 7 are good because they actually tell a good story, and they also do good character development for the characters in the show as well. Seasons 8 and 9 are somewhat good too. They're kind of okay too, but they also adopted the style of the Lego Ninjago movie in terms of appearance and animation.
Wait, so they made it look like the Lego movie?
Lego Ninjago movie.
So they made it look like stop motion and stuff?
No, not stop motion. They made it basically the way, like, it's all Lego Ninjago is all CGI motion. It's not Lego stop motion, like someone moves a hand for a frame and then makes a very, very tiny adjustment.
Yeah.
It's just
Official Mike Bite makes a good point. He says the Wednesday show with Jenna Ortega's on Netflix too. I don't know what you think of that show.
What show?
Wednesday. Have you ever seen Wednesday?
Oh, is that the Addams Family show?
Yeah,
Original?
yeah.
I think I've seen clips. I've seen like trailer clips of it. It looked interesting, but I never watched it because I'm on Netflix.
Yeah,
it didn't pique my interest enough to get a free trial or anything to see it. I've heard that like Stranger Things is on there, and I know it's like one of their biggest popular shows.
I should add Stranger Things to my list. I don't know why it's not on my watch list.
I've heard everyone loves that show. It's like a cult. There's like a cult following of it in culture, and it's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know what else Netflix has on their catalog. I want to look that up real quick.
I think a lot of the things I'd be interested in either they are likely to be canceled by Netflix probably, or they probably have like sex scenes in them. Like I think like Black Mirror.
Yeah, that's a. What do they have? Oh.
Official Mike Mike said I saw it. It was all right. Yeah, Wednesday was good, but it's overrated. The writing and character portrayal of Wednesday is extremely uneven. You lose all sincerity, or you lose respect for the sincerity of her statements in the first half of the season by the end. You really question her, like how genuine she is as a person. And I think it's unfortunate because her portrayal was pretty cool at the beginning, but then they like break that all down. And it's like,
oh yeah.
Well, then why did you even say all that stuff or act the way you did? Like it didn't really connect.
Let's see. Yeah, I also saw that. So I've been seeing trailers for this new animated one, Nimona.
I have not heard of that.
It's an animated movie Netflix just released recently, and it's very interesting. Like it looks like it's about a sidekick person. The title character is a sidekick person that's helping a guy who's on the run, and she can shapeshift into different animal monsters and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You'd have to watch a trailer to see what it's about. It's kind of, I don't know.
I need to sign off. I've been on this computer
That's
too
fair.
long. My neck is getting sore. I really
That's
just need to
fair.
get like proper stands for my monitors. Because for all of you viewers at home, here let me switch to my alternate camera here. Yeah, these are my stands for my monitors. Unused school books. I don't have any actual proper monitor stands. I need to find some. But anyways, I'm going to sign out. So peace out, man. I'll have to see if there are any more weekends when I'll be free. I was just free today, so I decided to hop on.
That's fair. I just happened to get home. I told the guys I wasn't actually going to get on because I already knew I was going to be gone for the weekend at that test thing. But then I got back at like 6:30. I'm like, oh, I actually have time to hop on.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Now I'm going to make a light supper. I had lunch at like 3
Oh.
because my test was like from 9:30 to 2:30 or something.
I see.
So I didn't eat lunch during that time.
All right, cool, man. Well, I'll see you around.
Goodbye.
All right, peace out, man. Alrighty, thanks everyone for tuning in to the stream. I had a lot of fun just talking with friends and whatnot. You know what it is. So yeah, no more regular streams for the next week. I might do a stream on Sunday if I have time, but I probably won't. I might do spur of the moment streams if I ever have the time, but nothing will be scheduled. Nothing will be planned. So just join my Discord if you want to know when I'll be streaming next. And yeah, that's it. Peace out, y'all. No music because this is not a normal stream.